Hi class, this is a video about 1.3 number 9. So chapter 1, especially 1.3, is all about how to make a simple random sample, right? And they talk about how you can use technology, but also you can use this random number table. And they love to ask this because I think it's a little bit easier to have a question for all the students because otherwise, if it was truly random, how would they be able to know which question was, which answer was correct? So this is a way that they can sort of test that you understand the idea-ish of random digit selecting random samples without actually having to be too random. So this question says, a class has 50 students. It says use the third row of digits in the random number table below to select a simple random sample of 3 students. If the students are numbered 1 to 50, what are the numbers of the 3 students selected? So again, it can be very challenging. It has line/column at the top of the table. And then moving to the right, the columns are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the rows are labeled 1, 2, and 3. So first part of the problem sometimes is just like being able to figure out what they want you to even look at. Like, what is this? They have these random number tables like in the world that you can always just kind of pick any line, any column to look at. So they're telling us specifically to look at the third row. So that would be moving down 1, 2, 3 rows. These numbers are the ones that they want us to look at. So 8, 4, 3, 4, 8 space. 2, 2, 8, 9, 5 space, 5, 9, 4, 3, 4 space, and 1, 9, 7, 7, 6. Okay. So let's see what we need to do here. This particular question says the students are numbered 0, 1 to 50. So this is very important because what they're telling us from telling us that is that we need to look at the numbers as 2 digits at a time. If the numbered students, like in theory, were only like 1 to 9, then we would only need to look at 1 digit at a time. But since it goes from 1 up to 50, whatever the biggest number is, however many digits that is, so 50 has 2 digits, 5 and 0. So we need to look for 2 digits together at a time. And it gets a little tricky, especially when there's that space in the middle. Okay, so for instance, the first numbers that I see in this row are 8, 4, 3, right? I only look at the 8 and the 4. Okay, so my first 2-digit number that I picked using my random number table is 84. That's not helpful because that's not between 1 and 50. So we just disregard. Okay, the next 2-digit number. Oh, hello. Why did you do that to me? Go back. There we go. The next 2-digit number is 3, 4. Okay, so we can write down 34 just to kind of have it written down. And that's good. That's one way we could use. We can use 34. 34 is between 1 and 50. Okay, so moving along. The next number is 8, and then there's a big gap to the next 2. So it can be sort of confusing. You do want to look at those together, even though there's a huge gap between them. So the next number that I would want to use is 82, which also garbage. Can't use that. Only want 1 to 50. So next number, 2 digits that I'm looking at together after that 2 that we used with the 8 to make 82 is 2, 8. Okay, so 2, 8 we can use. So we'll write that. That's good. So I have 34 and I have 28. I'll do this again. My next 2 numbers are 9, 5. Garbage. Can't use that because 95 is not between 1 and 50. We got to keep going. 59 are my next 2 numbers. Again, not useful. My next 2 numbers are 43. Hallelujah. I was able to find the number that I was looking for because I have 3 that I need to get. So that's how we get 34, 28, and 43. I think one of the classmates, this is again a tricky one, had answered 43, which I think because we're not looking at them together, right? So like 84 has to stick together, even though I know it doesn't work. Those 2 numbers we disregard, and then we move on to 34. So I can definitely see why this one was challenging because we're just like looking through and you see 48, 43, 48, and 22. In theory, those would be the first 2-digit numbers that would work, but we have to look at them together. So 84, garbage. Got to move to the next two numbers. 34 works. 82, garbage. Next number is 28. Okay, so I hope this helps. Again, this was 1.3 number 9, but it's an issue that comes up a lot and is always challenging. So I'm really glad that you had a classmate that asked this question. Again, any questions you have, just send me Ask My Instructor questions. Don't forget to check out the videos on Canvas that are already there. And yeah, just keep me posted on however you're doing. Okay, thanks so much.